Hello dear students. Today I am going to discuss about the remaining essential elements of valid contract. In the previous video I already explained three essential elements of the valid contract. In that we already discussed there must be two parties, and second one there must be an offer and acceptance, and third one there must be a consideration. Without consideration, there is no contract. We already discussed. The same topic will be continued in this video. Today I am going to discuss about another 3 points regarding the essential elements of the valid contract. Fourth one, intention to create a legal relationship. What is an intention to create a legal relationship? I already explained there must be two party. One person will make an offer and another person must accept it. So both person in the contract must have an intention to create a legal relationship. What is an intention to create a legal relationship? If some of the boyfriend of the girl says that if you will sing a song, then I will bring you a sari tomorrow for you. So such agreements are called as an informal agreements or social agreement. They are not intended to create any legal relationship with a girlfriend. So this type of contract is not a real contract. They are all includes a social agreement. They never results in a contract. Even though the boyfriend of the girl said that if you will sing a song tomorrow in a party, then I will bring a sari is a social agreement. It never results in a contract because the boyfriend of the girl is not intended to create any legal relationship with a girlfriend. So that is fourth essential element. Then come to the fifth point, capacity of a contract. What is the capacity? Capacity means it never includes any strength, height, weight or that capacity, but capacity means competency of the party. Every party who are eligible to contract must be attain the age of 18 years. What is the competency of the person? The person must be competent to enter into a contract. If any person wants to enter into a contract, he must attain the age of 18. What is 18 age? If any person who has attained the age of 18 are called as a major person, all major person who has attained the age of 18 can enter into a contract. He must be of sound mind. Sound mind means the person must capable to understand what he is doing. That is called soundness of mind. He should not disqualified by any law of the land. If any of the law of the land is prohibited any person not to enter into a contract, then that person is not competent to enter into a contract. What is capacity? Capacity means competency of the party to enter into a contract. This is another essential element of the valid contract. Then a sixth one, free consent. What is free consent? At the time of entering into a contract, offer must accepted by the acceptor with the free consent. If offerer should not force the acceptor to accept the contract. If there is any force to accept the contract, then it is not a free consent. All consent should be free. What is a free consent? Consent is said to be free when it is free from coercion. What is coercion? Coercion means forcing any person to entering into a contract. What is forcing? There are two types of force. Forcing means if any person went to his friend house for lunch purpose, then your friend forced to eat another sweet in a party or in a lunch, then it is called as a friendship force. Force here means by committing or threatening to commit any offense which is forbidden by the Indian Penal Code, then it is called as a coercion. Then another one, the consent is not said to be free when it is caused by fraud. What is fraud? Intentionally deceiving another party is an intention of the offerer, then it is not a free consent. Then mistake. There are two types of mistake: mistake of law and mistake of fact. If the contract is entered by another party by way of mistake of fact or mistake of law, then there is no free consent. What is a misrepresentation? Misrepresenting the ownership of the material. If the person is going to sell something to another party, then it is called as a misrepresentation. Undue influence. What is an undue influence? Undue influence will be presumed by the court when one person is in a position to dominate the will of the another person. Then by using that position, influencing the mind of another person to give the consent to the contract is called as an undue influence. Say for example, in between the lecturer and the student, if I forced any student to purchase my own written book, if you are not ready to purchase my own written book, then I am not ready to give you full internal marks. By using my position, if I forced the student to purchase my book, then it is called as an undue influence. Then, if the consent is said to be free when it is not caused by coercion, fraud, mistake, misrepresentation, or undue influence, then only such contract is a valid contract. If the consent is caused by coercion, fraud, mistake, or misrepresentation, or undue influence, then consent is not said to be free. These are the essential elements of the valid contract. In the next video, we shall go through another three remaining essential elements of the valid contract.